DJ Khaled, Convict Music. We the best. We taking over. Listen.
Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on the North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down in Miami, where it's warm in the winter. On up to Minnesota, where it's storm in the winter. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Memphis, 10, holla at me. B&H-Town, Southside, Cloverland, Daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ass Cali. Catman Cali with my eyes open valley. Blowing and spinning, going down Vinny. Drop 6, 4, 3, wheel, hit switching. Red light stop, make it drop for the bed out with it. Say you need I said I
If
get
you
it.
want to, we can supply you. Got enough work to feed the whole town. They won't you unless you try to. Come around and try to stop on our ground. Cause we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over.
Black flag, we rich. Yeah,
Listen.
bounce. It's what I does. I get money a day I does.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And Tim Duncan, one of the greats in NBA history. When it's all said and done, Shaq, will he go down as the best power forward of all time?
Well, he's got more rings as a star power forward than anyone else. So he's a complete player, offensively and defensively.
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Home court advantage goes to the Cavaliers playing here at Quicken Loans Arena. So Cleveland will get the first possession. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Spurs, Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Duncan in at the center.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders. Carved like Michelangelo, but he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set, and you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Cleveland on defense. Leonard, that's for two, and that misses everything.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And a wide open look for James. Off target with his three. Here's San Antonio now. Let's go. A nice shot by Aldridge. Aldridge has got the game going here with the first basket for the Spurs.
And they get the first bucket.
And they'll hope that sets the tone at the offensive end going forward. It doesn't always work out that way, but better to start fast than not.
Oswald with the bucket.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. They get it again. Second chance shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth from that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And, guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand-new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw it in the playoffs last year. Greg, I think, you know, he probably was one of the top 5 overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We continue to write this guy off, Kevin, and he just continues to defy Father Time. I mean, there was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees, but being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body rather than letting his body dictate to him. And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Here's Green. And he drops it in from the low post. Green's got his first basket.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Can't get it to go.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
You know, getting back to Duncan, when you talk to his teammates, they'll tell you he's disciplined. He maintains a strict diet. Does off-the-floor training from boxing to swimming, throwing tires, running in the motivated and engaged.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Here's Aldridge, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Aldridge has got his second basket of the game. Cleveland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
And talking about Duncan's new look, Coach Popovich had an interesting quote. Pop said, I look at him and tell him, you look like Sprewell used to look. Just skin and bones, ligaments and tendons. But you know what? You can't argue with success, and not many people have had more than Tim Duncan.
And that one's good.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. The Spurs also changing it up. West is checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Ginobili in for Kawhi Leonard.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
Here's LeBron. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And I like how he puts himself on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. Smith checked in for Shumpert. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Mills, who's checked in for San Antonio.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
So it's San Antonio now. Parker left side. Shoots from 12. They get it back. And the basket by West. Now Smith. The feed now to Williams. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
He was all alone on that one. Smith's got his first points of the night.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And here's Mills from the arc. Here's West. Got a piece of it. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. Here's Williams. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And for the Spurs, they're shooting alarming 21% to get things going here. Outside, Ginobili. No good. And Cleveland the other way now. And here they come. Smith with the basket on the assist by Jefferson.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Boy, in the film session, they'll say that was a well-challenged shot.
To the paint, it's tipped. Diaw with the steal, and even 3-on-3 break. Here's Ginobili, puts up the baby hook, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot two.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Shooting for blatant contact. Straightforward call.
And that one misses. And Cleveland making a change here. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Now Cleveland moving it up. Finished off the break.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And here's Mills for three, and that's not going to go. And that does it for the first quarter. Cleveland ahead, leading by 4. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And we had the chance to catch up with Greg Popovich, and he talked about how he felt Tony Parker ranks among the league's best point guards.
To be in the conversation, I think, is totally appropriate. And Tony is very often not even in the conversation when people talk about top 10 guards and that sort of thing, which has always amazed me. All you hear is all the other names, whoever the new young guard is. And there's a lot of great ones. But to leave his name out seems ridiculous to me.
Not breaking it down and telling it like it is as usual, Clark. You gotta love having a talent as a coach.
Without question. I mean, you have no idea how huge that is for a player to get that kind of support and backing from his coach. Is Tony Parker a great all-star and champion? In my book, absolutely, without question. But would he have reached that level without Greg Popovich as his coach? I think even Tony would tell you, probably not.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
LeBron and Love with a talented pair at the forward position. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Thompson in at the 5. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Mills can't hit.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go. Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And speaking of Irving's star status, this is a signature shoe in his name. To see if that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov comes in for Tristan Thompson. And Shumpert in there for Matthew Dellavedova. San Antonio also making some changes. Aldridge comes in for Boris Diaw. And it's Green in for Manu Ginobili. That's good.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. A lot of guys are good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. He can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic. An unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. Here's Mills following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they got it on autopilot and they look totally dejected.
Cleveland with the ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run.
And, you know, Kyrie Irving, really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
Here's Mills following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Patrick Mills. Irving with a clean look. Another three for Cleveland.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
And that one's good.
I like the way they've picked it up here offensively in the second.
Yeah, they're on a roll.
Now here's Leonard. Can't hit. James with some nice D.
He's been an absolute non-factor. Zero factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Perfect. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone.